Yes, I'm really proud of them. They really played with a lot of guts. They played with heart. They put their bodies on that court. I think they really had a great game. Possession, losses down where we wanted it, and we really worked hard the past few months on our possession. And I just think that they really played well today throughout the 60 minutes. I think it's all confidence. Ina was never a first lineup with because we do have Lenise that always played on this level. And with every game that we play against the best in the world, the better the players become and they get more confidence. And I think Ina is just becoming better and better in that position. She really played great netball. And I said to Lefebvre, she shouldn't hesitate. She can do it. She can give us 100% goal average, and she must turn and she must shoot. That is their jobs, and we always saying that we want that 90% up in our goal circles, and I think that's what they gave to us today. Yeah, Nicola is definitely a player for the future. She struggled with the intensity, and it's just different out there, the physical part, and they get a lot quickly tired because they're not used to this type of netball and the intensity. But she's telling me she's learning every time she's getting game time, and I try to also manage her a little bit. But with Wim's not available today, she really did well in that circle for us and gave her everything. A lot of work that we do have with her, but I'm looking forward to work with her, especially bringing her out of the circle. She's more a specialist goalkeeper, but she did play this last year for the first time a bit on goal defense, and I think she's definitely a player for the future. I just think that, like I said, we're not used to this type of intensity, and they need to play really hard. Every ball that we catch, every pass that we give is under pressure, and it takes a hell of a lot of the players. And if you're not used to this type of netball, playing this week in and out, then you will struggle. And I just think that we need to turn a little bit more balls. I think if we can settle on a new combination in especially the goal circle, because of height, we need some height in that circle as well. And I think if we can settle on combinations and go back and really work on those combinations and put pressure, get our number 8, 9, 10 player also ready to help these players. I think the difference is definitely physically they're really strong. Physically, you can see they play a lot of this type of netball, and I think that is what we need.
Probably if I can start with Quad Series overall, we played against England. We were not happy. We went back to the drawing board. I think we can really be proud of the girls here. Everyone is very positive and everyone wants to learn. So more of the stuff we spoke about from day one was about each and every one of us individually sorting ourselves out and really being fair on what we didn't do well and what we willing to put out on courts. But the most important thing was then to go out against Australia and actually do the things that we spoke about. I think I remember we spoke about it's a do day today compared to just talking. And everyone really tried hard. Australia is obviously #1 in the world. It was really, I was pleased with myself to see the girls stepping up. This team is a bit inexperienced to be able to go out against Australia and play like we did. I guess that's the step up from our side. Again, we played New Zealand yesterday. We're happy with some of the stuff, but not really with most of it because we knew that it felt really good. So at some point, I remember this morning we spoke about how good we felt when we did the good stuff, and we want to feel like that after this game. And I can with pride just say we actually, even after we lost, we still feel so good. We had our own KPIs. We knew exactly what we want to tick on all the boxes. And we just saw our analyst in Christy now. She said everything looks green. And when it's green, we know that it means we actually ticked all the boxes that we put, all the targets that we wanted to meet today. The best thing though that showed, I can say, is we have to have BMT, and that comes with experience in playing at this level. So I can really just give it to the girls today and say they were phenomenal. It's just now, the crunch time. What do we do there? And I think that comes with experience. Maybe some of the things we really wanted a bit too soon rather than giving it time. There's no time really though, because there's games coming up. one can be pleased, with the performance today.
I'm really proud of some of the players. I really think with this quad series, we're taking a lot back home on what we still need to go and work on. I really think that this quad series, I also realized which players will be able to make it at this level. And yes, I couldn't give everyone opportunity, but you don't want to also put a player out there. I played them in Africa. I know what they can give and what they can't. And the experience for the youngsters is huge at this point. And I think I definitely need to go back. We have certain positions that we definitely need to make sure that either with the players that we do have, we go and work harder out there. See them more often, work with them week in, week out. But there's definitely opportunity for some players to also come back into the team, and not only the injured players, but there's definitely opportunities that we still need that combination that will work for us in certain positions, and especially number 2 positions as well. So yeah, for me, I've learned a lot about which players will be able to play at this international level. And we always say that players sometimes play brilliantly in South Africa, and the moment they get into a situation like this, they struggle with the pressure. And I just think that this is the reason why we play these games, that we can see which players will make it internationally and who not. There are certain, in certain positions, I'm 90% I'm really settled, but I definitely will try 1 or 2 new players coming in some of my positions. So yeah, the defensive side is still for me a crisis, and especially on combinations. Pumza and Zan is communicating well, but the combination between Pumza and Nick, they still need to work a lot. And now Pumza will stay in England, and Nick is coming back with me. So I will have to work a lot on combination, but also goal defense with her. I think, like I said, she's definitely a player for the future. But I think we need some more combinations in there. And Nick can also move back to my goalkeeper for giving us some height. So yes, there's brilliant players out there that I just need to work with. Jamie is a great player, but I didn't have a chance to coach her yet. She played Africa, but never came to the training camp. I haven't had the chance to work with players like Jamie, and I think a player like Jamie is also a potential great player at this level. We need that second goal attack also. So yeah, it's a lot of things that we still need to work on to make sure that we go in strong for Commonwealth. We will go into a test series before Commonwealth, like we did before World Cup 2019. So we will travel between Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. Only 2 of those teams can participate at Commonwealth Games. So we will have a test series before we go into Commonwealth. I want to say 99% South Africa stepping up. Like Bongiwe was saying, we set ourselves goals, and we know exactly where our position losses lie in each game. We set ourselves goals, and we're definitely inside our goals that we set. So yes, definitely us stepping up, because we struggled with possession, centre pass conversion rates, and we now definitely hitting our targets. So definitely us stepping up. I'm proud of them. Can we start the quad series again? I think we're ready now. No, like I said, we need this type of competition. And England, Australia, New Zealand's professional league is really of good quality. And we really need to play more quality games. And if it's like playing against the males, then that is what we need to do to get quality netball. But our players need more games at this level. It's really physically out there. It's different than just a normal game. So the more we can play, the better. So we will make sure that we, even if it's against males, then we will toughen up against those as well, because that's the type of game that we need at this stage.
Great.